All right, we're good.
All right, girls, ladies and gentlemen, we are here. DeFi Soapbox. I am brought here with Murdoch and is part of a lovely NFT project called SoDead. Now, Zap, why exactly is SoDead the name of the brand?
Why is SoDead the name of the brand?
What were you going for? Like these NFTs are just going to absolutely kill it? Is that what we were thinking? So everyone's going to be dead. Who gets these NFTs?
Yeah, I mean that's along the lines of what's going on. We're in a bear market right now, so everybody's just kind of doing the same thing, and we wanted to get away from the degen mint and the copying of a style, and so the SoDead brand came out, and people really caught on to it. It was eye catching art because of our artist Hazel. Dude, that guy, I can't even. Dude, that guy is crazy with his art. We're going over our purifications right now, which we'll get into, but the art step ups and the upgrades are insane. But yeah, I mean, it's just, dude, everything's dead right now, so that's what we're running with.
All right, that's actually low key kind of hilarious. I wasn't even thinking along those lines about everything being dead. So the fact that you guys are self-aware enough, I know everybody loves a good self-aware joke in a movie, maybe even a fourth wall break. But honestly, that pretty much hits the nail on the head. So if I think you and I were talking the other day, and you mentioned how there was an acquisition, right? There was a change in founders as far as the project is concerned. Do you want to kind of just give us a brief history of kind of what the project's been through, and how this change of ownership has exchanged before we go forward with new material?
Yeah, of course. So about 3 weeks ago, SoDead dropped, and it was a real small mint. It was hyped, but it was only 0.069 SOL, which is about like $2.50 to $4, somewhere in that range.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was really, really cheap. And the original founders, it blew up. It went from that 0.069 to 2.5 SOL within 5 days.
Oh wow, holy
And
crap!
it caught everybody's attention on the secondary markets or Magic Eden, and everybody was just going crazy for him because, like I said, the art is insane. It's eye catching. Everybody wants it, and they had really good plans. It's an alpha project, and like I said, we'll get into more of that as well. But yeah, the original founders, they weren't catching like the community uh trust, and it was hard for them to move forward with their plans,
Mm-hmm.
and they weren't as good with communication, and there's a lot of things that could have been handled a little differently or better in a sense, and so they were kind of losing, like, just like I said, just like a community trust in them, if that makes any kind of sense. And so we had a guy come in. He was in the community for a while, and as things were kind of getting a little weird and what direction are things going, he just kind of stepped up to the plate and was like, "Listen, like, I can do things. I want to be a part of this, and I want to completely take over and go the direction that you guys are planning, but also add my own twist with it." And so that's where we're at now. Is we have a whole new founder. We went through the first week was insane. Like I said, from 0.069 to 2.5, and then after that, we've stabilized around like one soul ish. And now we're starting to gain the momentum back. And now that our founders out here coming up with the white paper and the tokenomics that are coming through, everything's starting to come together and a lot of hype is coming back. So we have a lot of momentum coming back our way, which is really, really good. And we have a lot of trust and faith in the new founder, Orich. And there's a lot going on. And if you could just hear this guy speak, which you will if you go to the Discord and SoDead, we have a lot of Twitter spaces and we always record them and we have a whole channel for it. This guy's a giga brain, dude. Like, he just knows what's going on in the market. He knows how to act on it.
I'll be honest. I've not heard somebody refer to someone else who's intelligent as a gigabrain, but that is going to be added to my repertoire. So I really appreciate yeah, giving me that
Dude,
little.
he's just smart, man. Like, he knows like how the market is moving. He knows what's necessary, and he has the resources and connections to make things happen. And it's becoming obvious, and people are becoming aware of that. And it's a great thing to see.
Yeah. What's his name? In the Discord.
Orich, OORISCH.
Okay. Roger that, dude. Yeah. Heck yeah. It is always super important. I know that Murdoch has had an opportunity to host himself and host an audience, and I'm sure he can speak to just how important it is to have essential leadership who knows what they're doing and isn't completely incompetent, right, Murdoch?
Yeah, definitely. So I guess kind of moving, past this point. So from a, can we just give like a general overview of the project, what you guys are doing? So, if somebody, let's just say I know nothing about the project, like, is there a way that you could catch me up to speed, quickly, so that way, everybody's kind of on the same page in the audience?
Yeah, 100%. So we're going off the basic style of art that originated of just PFP art, just like a real sick art for your profile picture, whether it's rocked on Twitter or Instagram or even Discord, but just like the basic PFP art. But with the added utility of it is just it's all alpha. And it's nothing it's like all we're trying to do is become the alpha hub where everybody's going to come to get their calls. So, and right now, if you stepped into the Discord and you become a holder, you'll get access to that where you see 6 and 7 and 8 different holders that are now alpha callers that are just like, dude, they're making our whole community money and they're calling things like that. I don't know how familiar you are with NFTs, but that latest one, the abracadabra, that ABC art, that was like 1.23, they called that to sell it for, like they call the entries, the exits on things, like they give you a good understanding of what's going on. But the alpha in here is really, really good, and we're still growing and we're still learning and we're still trying to find even better alpha than what we have, which is getting harder to do every single day. And so the overall summary of SoDead is just an alpha project where you're going to come in, you get all these utilities from, I want to leak some information, but I can't, because the collabs are still incoming and not 100% confirmed.
Sure.
But just like a lot of just different alpha is coming through, and it's starting to become the whole, like the hub of it, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, that's really important. And I know, like you said, you're trying not to leak too much because there is so much going on, so much on the plate. Um, but with that in mind, I think you and I were able to discuss the Chalice and Blood.
I'm sorry, you were just cutting out a little bit.
Oh, my bad. Detail about?
You there?
Uh-oh.
I think you're still cutting out a little bit, man.
I think I'm losing everybody. Murdoch, could you ask him about Chalice and Blood if he can't hear me?
Yeah. So.
Oh yeah, Chalice and Blood.
Yeah. There you go.
So what's the question with it? I'm so sorry, Murdoch.
So I think he was just asking, like, specifically because I know that that's is that kind of part of your roadmap, or help us just kind of understand what exactly the Chalice and the Blood component is to the project.
Yeah, of course. So there's this thing called Purification, which is coming up in the next couple of days. If you go to the website SoDead.io, you'll see it. And what the purification is, it's a whole upgrade on your art. So the art that you have now, you think it's real badass and cool. Oh, dude, just wait until you see the upgrade of it. Everything is so much different, but it complements it. It doesn't turn into any kind of mutation. It's a complement of the art, and it looks beautiful. So that's the art aspect of the purification. But here comes the blood and the chalice. So with the blood, it takes 3 bloods to purify. And with that, you get added multiplier when it comes to the staking. So as tokenomics are dropping, we just had our first Twitter space going over the token economy. And there's still a white paper to be released and more understanding of that. But with the art purification, you also get the multiplier. So you're going to be able to stake at a higher rate and earn more of that token. And then with the chalice, it's the same thing as the blood with an added benefit. So I told you how we're an alpha calling project.
Right.
So the big idea of this is with the chalice, it upgrades you into these 3 different factions. And with these 3 different factions, you're going to have the option to pick a faction leader, and that leader is going to be your alpha caller. So he's going to be funded with 20 soul in his wallet, and the goal is to flip from 20 soul to 200 soul. And once that 200 soul mark is reached, 75% of that goes to the holders of that faction. And then 10% goes back to the wallet. So that's 20 soul. And then 15% goes back to that alpha caller.
Mm.
So as we're trying to get the best and the best of alpha callers, as we get better and better, everybody in the community is going to be making money.
Okay.
So the chalice just adds an added benefit of gaining revenue from the alpha caller himself.
Okay.
Oh,
And
wow.
you said you have how many right now?
How many alpha callers? We have
Yeah.
about 6 or 7 right now.
Okay. Cool.
Is
Very
that something
interesting.
you're looking? Is that a number you're looking to expand?
As we grow, yes. Like we want the best of the best, but we also want to make sure that we have unique people. Like a lot of different projects use alpha calling bots, but we want to stay organic and we like the human interaction. So we want to have people that come in just for this one person. So as we want to be a hub, we also want to be very particular on who we bring in, and we want them to build their own resume with us while do you understand what I'm trying to go with that? Like, we don't want to
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
oversaturate. We want to bring in the best of the best.
yeah. Okay. Yeah, no, that makes sense, and obviously you have to be selective, right? In a situation like this, where I imagine as you guys continue to grow, you'll continue to make waves. Not you want to be able to cut through the noise and find out who is worth partnering with and who isn't, and which callers are worth their salt. Um, I know that I've had experience with people who were callers who didn't do well, and that's always something you have to kind of be on the lookout for. As far as staking, you've mentioned staking, I think once or twice now. What exactly is happening when someone decides to stake an NFT? Obviously, like you said, the profile pictures are absolutely insane. I will most definitely be getting one. When they do stake, though, what exactly is the staking yielding for an NFT holder?
So right now, as I said, we're still going over the tokenomics,
Okay.
and so we'll have our own native token that's going to be used in our own with our project, and there's going to be a lot more added to it, a lot of different utilities. And as we grow with more tools coming in, the token is going to gain way more notice and demand for it. But yeah, so with the staking, you're just gonna. So this is an example because, like I said, it's coming out. Say it's a coin called blood. You know what I mean? We're gonna stake for blood. So I don't know how many is coming out because we haven't gone over. Like I haven't gone over the numbers at all because the tokenomics are not in my hands, if that makes sense.
Hmm.
But anyway, as we stake, you'll get a higher multiplier for how long you've held. And what I mean is, if I minted, and say I minted one of my SoDeads in the beginning, okay, I've had them in my wallet for the last 3 weeks to 4 weeks. Well, I haven't put them on the market. And so I'm going to gain a higher multiplier than somebody that just buys off of the market 2 days ago. And so it's coming to reward the people that stuck with this the whole time, that have kept it off the market and kept it in their wallet because they believed in the project. So with the staking, you're rewarding not only your holders but also your true believers, and you're getting a native token to the economy of SoDead.
Got it.
Okay. Roger that. All right. Well, I find that a lot of the times when you're experiencing these new tokens with these NFT projects, is there? I know you said that there is the tokenomics they're being worked on. I imagine that something like that, whenever it is actually completed, will be posted on the Discord, guys. So if you haven't had a chance, make sure you click the link in the announcement to the Soda Discord. But assuming that everybody stakes their NFT, don't you think it isn't wouldn't inflation sort of be an issue with the tokens constantly being processed? I know maybe a lot of people here, I think Murdoch and I and some of our community were actually invested in things like bacon NFT. Murdoch, what were some other ones? Was there a pizza game? Was one. And after so long, these NFTs, these tokens they were generating, were I mean they you increase the supply too much and demand starts going down. Uh, Obviously, that's more of a tokenomics question. Is that something that you think will be addressed whenever the tokenomics are released?
More than likely, of course, because I think that's something that everybody worries about is this token going to be useless, or is this token going to make a big impact? But
Right.
I think that comes with a huge combination of, okay, what are the what are the tokenomics of this, but also who is the community? Because you can go with a complete nobody project, like a project that nobody has heard of, and it's a degen mint, and they promise staking, and that coin that they give you is worth like 1/1000th of a soul. Okay. Or you can have the DGOD community where everybody's staked up. You have 10,000 in the collection, only 100 to 200 are listed, and the NFTs are extremely expensive, and the value of dust is almost $3. So it kind of depends on a huge combination of things and what drives the success. But the one thing that I can tell you is the community at SoDead is so insane that I have full faith in everything that they're doing as a community as a whole, and also the direction that Orich wants to take this. But I do believe that it will be addressed because that's a huge thing that everybody wants to know is how valuable will this be in the long term? You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and I'll be honest, I was completely shocked to see y'all's Discord as large as it was. Most of the times, projects that are kind of on the up and up managed to find themselves on my radar relatively quickly. And I'm always searching, guys. If some of y'all didn't know, I spend a lot of time during the day looking at new and intriguing projects, which is why I was able to reach out to you guys. And having not heard anything, but probably because you're Solana, I think a lot of us our MetaMasks are set to Binance or ETH or something to that nature. But I think it is really great to be able to see projects that seemingly come from nowhere really rise up. I do know that I have a Solana wallet, so I might need to see about getting some more Solana on there so I can buy one of these NFTs, even if it's just to set it as my profile pic. Obviously, right now I think Murdoch Zap is your pick a SoDead NFT, or is this something that you've picked up along the way?
It is a SoDead NFT. It's a little, it is edited, but not the art. It's just a GIF, and I don't know if you click on it, you'll see
Yeah.
like the head kind of moving up and down. But that is one of the SoDead. So one thing that I really like about it is there's a trait. I don't know where you are with music, but that dude, extension, extentation, with the uh, shoot, dude, I'm drawing a blank, but young dude, RIP, passed out, or he passed in the worst way possible.
Oh no.
And I think that's a sick trait that they made was the hair with the blonde and black dreads split and
Mhm.
just kind of going up. And so I think that's really cool because that's a huge trait that a lot of people in this community really really like. And so I liked it. I thought the beard looked sick with it, with the black eyes, and I was like, dude, this is tough. Like, why would I not buy this? I'm going to. And dude, there's so many traits. There's so many different cool things. I can't like explain every single cool
Yeah,
one because they're
I've
all
never seen a profile pic that has the ability to move, and maybe it's just because I'm ignorant. I don't know, but being able to see it, looking at it right now, and seeing every time that you start talking, the head starts to bob. I'm sitting here at my laptop right now, my head's bobbing as I'm as I'm trying to talk, thinking y'all can see that. But that's actually really cool, and obviously just another reason to definitely give these a shot for sure.
well. And I will say real quick, so the head bobbing is not part of the actual collection. That's just something that I had done just because I thought it was cool.
Oh, even more exclusive, I see. Roger that. Okay.
I had to. I was like, dude, somebody edit this, please.
Dude, you gotta. Yeah, definitely no shame in that. So at this point, do you know how many people are currently holding NFTs? I'm kind of just throwing that stat out there. I think that your Discord says that there's 4,200 supply. Do you have any stats on how many people are actually holding at this point?
Um, I can dive into the the Magic Eden and everything. I want to say about 13 to 1500 holders total
Oh wow. Okay.
at this
That's
moment.
that's already a lot more than most NFT projects have.
Yeah, the unique holder base is actually like really really crazy. There's a lot of people that have one, two, five, 10, but there's a lot of people that have these,
Mhm.
and it's been like that from the start.
And what were you saying about Magic Eden? Tell me a little bit more about that.
Oh, I was just saying that I could probably go on there and like get the actual number of unique holders, And that's all I was saying.
Oh, Magic Eden is a source you could check.
Oh yeah. I'm so sorry. So Magic Eden is the secondary market that most NFT projects go on. It's the biggest Solana secondary market, and it's now bigger than OpenSea in some areas.
Oh
Now that
wow.
it's accepting Ethereum, so it's definitely something that you should look into if you aren't familiar with it, because it's got almost every project out there.
Yeah. Well, and that actually gives me an excellent segue. So if somebody here in the crowd, me, wanted to go and get one of these, where is the best place to do that? Is it Magic Eden?
Yeah, I would definitely go to Magic Eden.
What up?
100%.
What up,
Go on
man?
your Phantom wallet, go to the little browser in the bottom right, the little globe, and then type in Magic Eden and go from there.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring it up real quick because I've never actually seen.
I
Oh
do have
wow.
one question, and I don't know if you have the answer to this because I believe you're part of like the new team that has replaced the original founder. But do you by chance know at all how the funds from the initial mint were used, or have any like kind of background information on that stuff?
Yeah, so the original funds were used to pay the dev work, the artwork, the website, everything that's gone through to this point has already been paid from the original mint funds.
Okay,
Um, and then of course, like the founders, as they created their art, they got their sum as well.
sure.
But they did leave us with funds, and our new project founder also has his own way of supplying funds. So we're not in a bad position by any means. And like I said, we're pretty much just waiting to blow up, because once all this news comes out and all these things get delivered, everybody's gonna look at us and be like, "Holy shit, I faded them."
Okay. And then
Bro, the
assuming
amount of
that
times we've missed out has just been so upsetting.
and then I guess I'm just assuming that your guys' token will be launched on Solana.
Yeah, it'll be in the Solana network.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
Roger that. Well, I think that pretty much gives us everything we need to know. Now I know to go to Magic Eden. I will be doing that as soon as we get off this call. What I want to do is take a second. I want to hop into our AMA chat. Let's see if we have any. Okay, Keith, I see you. Simplified version of their roadmap. What is the main? I guess that's a good question. Maybe that wasn't really covered. What is the main goal? Is the goal to world domination and everybody to have one of these NFTs?
I mean, yeah, that pretty much sums up all of it. You know what I mean?
That basically hits it, man. That's keep
Yeah.
great question. Let's see what else we got here. New token projects on only. Yeah, that was one of my questions about staking. Yeah, very good. Okay. Oh, here's another one from Keith. Was the art inspired by D-Gods? Because he says apparently they have some similarities. Are you familiar with that at all?
That is a common question, and I'm not really sure the inspiration. As I'm not the artist, nor am I part of like the original founder group, so I'm not sure where the inspiration came from. But a lot of people do ask, like, "Hey, like, is this a derivative?" Which it is 100% not. Let me clear that up real fast, because if it was, it would be flagged by now. And also, it's completely different. The concept is different,
Mm-hmm.
and the project itself is different. But
Roger
I'm
that.
not sure where the original inspiration comes from.
Okay. All right. Well, that's pretty good. Keith, you have obviously MVP with questions today. So I think by process of elimination, well, I'm gonna wait to see if Hamzini here is gonna type a question here. So what I'd like for you to do, I'm gonna go ahead and take a screenshot of everybody who is here right now because I have a lovely little random number generator and some NFTs to give away. Keith, I think you are our honorary winner of best question, seeing as how you were the only one to ask questions and get there. Let's see, Hamzini, will chalices and blood have utility after purification?
Ooh. So after purification and after this process goes through, the chalices will have a utility with it. And that is something that I cannot sneak peek at all as much as I want to. That's something that I would like my founder to deliver when he feels the time is right. But the chalices themselves, if they are not used for purification, will have its own utility afterwards.
Ooh, okay. That makes more sense. What are the utility of coffins? I see you, Cessus. Or Kestis.
Ooh, okay. All right. So coffins. So coffins, that's a really good question. Who is that? That's my favorite question so far.
All right. Kestis. Yeah, Kestis. I see you, Kestis.
All right. So the coffins is going to be a smaller supply. And with the coffins, that's where the staking comes in. So you need a coffin in order to stake. And when the coffins come out, like I said, it's going to be a smaller supply. So not everybody will receive one. It'll be airdrop completely random. Whether you hold 1 or 10, you might get 1 or 10. You really don't know. It's completely random. And when that comes out, you're going to use your coffins, put your SoDead in the coffin, stake it, and then that's how you create your yield farming. Now, the cool thing about the coffins, I told you that the supply is very small, right? So not everybody will be able to stake, but you can rent somebody else's coffin and stake from there while you yield. They also gain benefits from renting out.
Interesting. That's pretty cool.
That is cool. Sam says, which faction can you choose which faction you join?
So the factions are completely random. There's only 3, and it's completely randomly generated. So you can't choose what faction you're in, but you can choose the faction leader. And that's why it's very important. And the faction leader will be voted upon. It's not going to be selected. So the people have their voice. So when you come across a really good alpha caller that's in the Discord and you're like, hey, look, I want this guy to run it. We need to put a vote because this guy's making me money already. He can make the whole community money. Then that's how it's going to happen. So you can choose your faction leader, but not your faction itself.
Roger that. Hey guys, I see you guys in the AMA chat trying to grab his attention. Let's refrain from asking questions that are easily answered on the Discord itself. But Vina has a good point. Who sets the renting terms? Is that something that can be manually adjusted, or is that automatically set?
So that is something that is going through with the tokenomics and still going through with the white paper. It's nothing that I have a full answer on at this moment.
Okay, sweet. Well, at that point, then it looks like we're going to go ahead and stick with your favorite. We're going to stick with your favorite question there. I think that was Kestis there. So, Kestis, you, my friend, are going to have an opportunity to win an NFT here. What I'll do is I'll have you go ahead and DM me your wallet address, your Solana wallet address, please. Phantom wallet. I think you can Google. What other kind of wallets are there on Solana? I'm sorry, Zach.
There's Phantom and SoFlare. There's a couple others, but the main one that I think majority of people use is Phantom because it's very user friendly on mobile. And
it is, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Good. So we'll get that going to you. I have this random number generator. Zach, take a look for me. Take a look in the audience and make sure that there's nobody there that is actually a team member of yours. Don't mind to cross contaminate here, but I know for Ooze we had a couple of team members who were in the audience as well. Let's see. We're gonna go.
Yeah,
ahead.
there is one team member, and okay. Yeah, I don't know if you want me to say it or just DM you the name.
Yeah, you can say it. That's fine.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, it's Hamzini in here.
He's a Hamzini.
Yeah.
All right, bet. Okay, so then we're gonna set that number generator. Stay tuned, boys.
I'm sorry, Zini.
Zini got roasted. Zini got played. Ooh, 1 through 11. We got 1. Keith! It came back to Keith anyway. Keith with the W. Yo, Keith lost his best question only to come back for the RNG, baby. Oh, man. That is awesome. Don't fret, though, everybody. Let me go ahead and I took a screenshot earlier. I'm going to take another one right now. Let's see. We got everybody here. Everybody else, minus you, Ham. I appreciate you stopping by. Everybody else needs to go ahead and DM Ludo. DM me your wallet address. You can send me MetaMask, please. I'll send you some USDC for showing up. I really appreciate you guys being here. Spread the news. We do have our next AMA next Monday. I want everyone to hop in that chat right now. Tell Zap thank you very, very much for coming out and having the balls to talk about this project, despite the fact that it has been opened up by some new founders. But I'm really, really excited to see where everything ultimately leads to. I'm gonna go get my own NFT definitely tonight, if not tomorrow, because I am very hyped for this project. So, Zap, do you have any closing remarks for us, sir?
No, man. I just really wanted to say thank you to you and the community for having me up here, and I hope I see you guys in our Discord, and I'm just excited to move forward and see where this goes because I think it's going to go very, very high uphill.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's definitely want to see. We want to see these NFTs able to get back to that 2-3 soul mark because once that happens, I mean, the sky's the limit. I mean, at that point, and that's what we're all here for. All here to make a little bit of money. Like I said, thank you again, guys. Murdoch, do you have anything?
I don't, but just remind everybody to go check out their Discord, get in touch with the community, since that's something that obviously Zap talked quite highly of is the community vibe over in the SoDead Discord. So if you guys want to go over there, check it out. Of course, all the links are, I believe, in the announcements channel. And I think that's it. We'll see you guys next week.
Okay, awesome. Talk to you guys later, and we will keep in touch. Adios, boys.
Later.
Later. Thank you.